Hey everyone, Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and I'm bringing you guys another freeing quarter scale Bunny Girl statue unboxing. Now, I did a poll on all the socials this past week as to who I was going to open next, and the pretty popular vote, surprisingly enough, was this one. This is Erina Nakiri from Food Wars, which was a hilarious anime, a hilarious manga, and she is basically the queen mommy of the series. This is going to be her bare leg bunny version, which is like the second printing. Something I've been trying to do is to get my black suit bunnies basically with no stockings. So with my exception of Millum, who I got her for free, so I wasn't going to complain. Anyways, I think the bare leg looks better with the black suit because I feel like the black on black sometimes a little too much. I think actually Yuna from Kuma Kuma Bear, I think I did get black on black as well because I didn't realize they were going to do a white costume version of her. But I did a little poll on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as to who I should do first, and it was between her and Erza Scarlet and her bare leg bunny from Fairy Tail. And I was surprised that Erza didn't win, because I know Fairy Tail is a way bigger series and has a way more massive fandom than something niche like Food Wars, but I guess mommy wins in the end. So we're going to take a look at her today. I'm accompanied by a couple of smaller bunny girls here just for decoration. I've got a By Cute Bunny Sonico and a By Cute Bunny Streetwear Miku here. Those are by Furyu. And if you guys can't do bunnies that are this big, these are very nice for their prices, especially for their prices. I think Sonico is something like 30 bucks. Miku's like 25 bucks. And I got some cars racing out there in the background. But yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a look at her box, and then we're going to open her up and see how she sizes up with my last bunny girl, which is going to be a tough one to top because it was Big Mommy Albedo. If you haven't seen that video, take a look on the channel for my unboxing and review of the Albedo quarter scale freeing bunny girl. But let's go ahead. We're going to bring you guys over. We're going to take a look at this box, and we're going to see how Erina came out. So here in the front, obviously, it's all in Japanese. We've got our freeing quarter scale painted figure. Erina, Food Wars, all the good information here up front. Obviously, unless you can translate Japanese or read it, you're not really sure what goes on. But as you tilt it to the side here, we see the full frontal figure of Erina here, and she looks really awesome. Over here on this side here, we've got another kind of angle, a little frontal angle of Erina here. And then over on the back, we've got 3 different shots of her, I believe it is, of her back, her front, and her side with all of your typical information here about the figure and where it is manufactured. So pretty basic box. These bunny girls have pretty basic boxes. Again, they get the job done. They're solid, and obviously they protect the clamshell. So it's really all you really need. Basic box again, and now we're going to go ahead and check out what's inside. So she is a little bit of a taller box, and I'm going to have to cut up here. So I'm just going to stand up real quick. I'm going to cut the 3 tapes here. And I'm going to open this box up, and these are all clamshells. So, I hope it's zoomed out enough so you guys can see all this. The thing I like about these clamshells is they do have a little almost grip right here. So you can just pull her right out, and oh man, just looking at the face right now, she looks beautiful. A little bit of noise. Try for now, she does, if I can get it out, have a little tiny instruction card just to show how to pull the plugs out and put her ears in. Really, that's going to look like all the assembly that's going to be required. So, don't really need that. We know how to plug-in bunny ears. So I'm going to actually take advantage of this right now, and I'm going to cut the tape. Well, spinning her around is not working very well because it is a hollow clamshell. So you want to go around, you want to make some loud noise. Her bunny ears are right here, so they were actually tucked up here in the back of the clamshell. So these are just her bunny ears. And we're going to make some loud noise real quick. Her base was sitting in the middle. You guys didn't see that. Okay, so almost lost her base here. It was actually, it's in the side here. So when you do pop it open, be careful. I almost lost it. She's going to have her base protected with the cloth here. Very basic bases on these things. With the peg for the heel. I kind of like the, instead of like regular plastic, they give you almost like a, I don't know, it's really soft material. I don't know. It's still plasticky, but... Alright, I'm going to try to spin this around real quick so you guys can take a look at her in the clamshell. Here she is. And as you can see, they kind of almost taper down. It's not tape, but it's shrink wrap, wrapped very tightly around her. She looks like she's going to be really, really nice. And again, she's going to be just like one piece. So we're going to take all the styrofoam off of her. And I'm going to just cut this because it's easier than pulling it all off. Make sure it doesn't stick to her. Now, she does have a little piece right here. Let's take a look real quick at what this is. Oh, this is another reinforcement kind of peg for her other heel. So, I think that one's going to go over here, like that. Or, I don't know. To figure out where that one's going to go. They don't really tell you where this one goes, so I'll have to look at it. But, again, her ears are right here. They're taped together. I'll cut the tape real quick, so we can get her ears out when we need them. Okay, so her ears are ready to go. All right, let's get her out very, very carefully. Now she is secured very nicely. They did make sure to bubble wrap and everything, her hair. And she also has just a plastic piece that was kind of wedged in to make sure her hair didn't get damaged. I appreciate the care they do take in wrapping these. And she's big. We're going to slide off these little sleeves off her legs here. Again, so the paint doesn't rub or anything. They have even some foam right there as well, so the legs don't rub together. Wow, she's big. Yeah, in every sense of the word. So I'm gonna see here. We're gonna put her heel in right here. So this one is gonna actually go under this foot. So it looks like what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in the other clear plastic. Not really normally a fan of these. I know in my original ones I did pull these out because I thought they were just kind of there as a placeholder. And we're going to just secure her down to the base. So sometimes these do take a little bit of finesse and a little bit of finagling. So you do have to be careful. You don't want to break the statue or anything like that. Okay, now just make sure it's secured very tightly. I actually take them off this because this is actually a tallow. So I take them on the table and I just make sure, you can hear it, You can just hear the feedback there that I made sure she was pushed down and secured 100%, because these do have some weight to them. And that's it for the main assembly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop off the thing they give you the instructions for, which is these little plugs they put in for their ear holes. And I usually just toss those aside. And let me make sure, I'm going to have to actually stand up here because they all have little pegs to make sure these are going into the right spot. And I want to make sure I put the ears in the right thing. And usually, boom, they just plug in. The ears always plug in very, very, very quickly, very easily. Done. So, assembly again on Erina. Very quick. These bunny girls are all one piece for the most part, except for Albedo. And she looks fantastic. I'm going to tell you guys right now, and obviously you can see a pretty general idea right now how she looks. Don't know how in frame she is because she is very tall. So I'm going to bring you guys in. I'm going to give you guys the full 360. Okay, so I did have to zoom out quite a bit because as you can see here, she is very, very tall. So I'm going to give you guys a little free cam 360 look at Erina before we go and zoom in. Because holy crap, she's beautiful. Freeing is killing it with these bunny girls. I know I'm still fairly new to them and collecting them, but wow, she is phenomenal. I mean, and there's obviously, as you can see, there's not a lot here, you know, as far as details and costume and stuff, but man, she looks fantastic. And you know, before I zoom in, you can see here the way her posture is. She's got kind of the legs kind of going in together, the knees kind of knocking a little bit. She's got the way her angles are here. The arms are crossed. Like she's obviously not only she has like a look like this in the books or in the anime too, where she got her arms crossed. She's always kind of fed up with people, but this kind of definitely portrays that she's very uncomfortable. She has the shoulders are uneven. She has kind of like a little bit of a nervous, kind of embarrassed look on her face. Yeah, I'm going to zoom in here and you guys are going to see she's got the reddish cheeks. And it just, the detail level is amazing. So I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer. I'm going to bring you guys actually even closer. Because like I said, she is a big girl. They all are. But you can see the heels and everything are done really well. This even shows you right here that she's kind of off-centered on her legs. That's the way she's supposed to be. So she's shifting uneasily, you know. And I'll bring you up here and let you guys take a look at all the hair. Because she has some long, long hair. They still give you a little bit of a, kind of an area right here. You can see her bunny tail kind of sticking out. You know, she's got her little tail sticking back there. But the hair, she's got, I think, the longest hair that I've seen out of any of these bunnies so far. The ears are a little floppy. I'm going to come back down. Let you go and view the front. The suit is really well made. Obviously, you can kind of see they got like a color shift here in the material to kind of add some texture to it. Again, here you can see her arms are crossed and stuff like that. You know, we definitely got the grayish shading over here on this side. The top fits her a little uncomfortably, I guess you could say, by the looks of it, or perhaps the way she's just shifting herself. She's got her little armbands on right here and her bow tie. And again, here in the face, I'm going to bring you in towards the light a little more. Her eyes look fantastic, but you can see her face and the blush to the cheeks. She looks very out of her element, very uncomfortable. She got a little pout to her face. Almost like maybe she lost a bet, you know, in the food wars, and had to kind of wear this as punishment almost. So she is very, 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 very pretty, and I am glad I went with the bare leg here because I do feel like, again, with the black stockings and the black costume, sometimes it can be a little much. But with this one, she does have a lot of blonde hair. Sorry about the little focus loss there. She has a lot of blonde hair, so I feel like that would actually help in a black on black. Again, I've been trying to avoid the black on black just because I feel like the different color bunny suits benefit from the black stockings a lot more than the black bunny suits. But with her, she does have a lot of hair, so she definitely looks pretty amazing. Definitely a gorgeous statue. I'm going to put her up here with a couple of others and let you guys kind of compare them. All right, so here we are first with, obviously, her cousin, who is one of my favorite characters in the series, Alice, rocking her bunny suit, and she just loves it. She's making a smart little smart ass kind of smirk to her face. As you can see with Alice, I went with the tights version, which is all they have currently. I think the black with the white looks very good. But as you can see here, there's definitely a level of comfort in each one of their faces. As Alice has the little tongue sticking out, kind of looking sassy. And Erina just does not look like she's comfortable at all. So these two actually contrast with each other perfectly well to actually highlight their characters perfectly. So they look really, really good. And you just got to peek over on here on the left side at who I'm going to bring out next. So I'm going to bring her out right now. And here she is with another one I did on the channel too, which is another one who looks very uncomfortable, which is Yuna from the amazing show, Kuma Kuma Bear. And as you can see here, I did not know at the time they were going to do a variant of Yuna, so I went with the black on black because I'm a huge fan of this series. And as you can see with Yuna, she has bear ears instead of bunny ears to add a little bit of change, but she obviously has some discomfort in her face, just like Erina, where Erina is definitely more reserved, but these all look very fantastic together. If you are looking for a Yuna, they did do a white bunny girl version of her as well. And just one last quick look at all three of these bunnies together. Like I said, if you want to see a more detailed look at the other two, I did do unboxings on the YouTube channel for Alice and Yuna, as well as a bunch of other bunny girls as well. Okay, if you guys can see me behind all of this. Yeah, that was it for another amazing quarter scale bunny girl by Freeing. I know this is, again, something I'm a little bit newer with. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is, I think, 7 now of these bunny girls. And it is a rabbit hole, literally, that I have gone down with these because, holy crap, they are impressive. Again, these do have a higher price point. In general, especially if you're buying them in the States, over here in the US, these are running between anywhere, depending on where you get them, $280 to $480 now. I mean, I think Albedo here in the States is going for like $500 at retail stores. If you do import them from overseas, you can get them for a lot cheaper. So I do recommend, if you are tempted to kind of dip your toes in here, to try to import them from overseas. I know shipping can be a lot more expensive, but in the long run, the price will end up cheaper even with higher shipping rates. And honestly, it probably gets here faster than places from ordered from California. One thing is to definitely, especially when ordering online with these, I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, be careful where you order these from, because there are a lot of bootlegs of all of these bunny girls, and some of them are really good bootlegs, but you definitely want to be careful that you're not paying a lot of money, even if it's cheaper than retail, for something that's going to be a bootleg. So with these things from Good Smile, from Kotobukiya, always make sure you pay attention to who you're purchasing from, do your research, and just make sure you're not getting scammed, because I have seen a lot of people get scammed on these things. So I've been making sure my money purchases, I purchase them from, licensed sellers, places that I know I can trust, places that I bought from previously, sellers I bought from previously, things like that. I also just purchased new Bunny Girls, if you saw the channel, and from Amazon Japan, actually. So they were about half the price as they are here stateside or on Amazon US. So always check places like that if you're looking to buy these bunnies. Now, to Erina herself, she's phenomenal. And Freeing is yet to disappoint with any of these. Other than my Millum that had paint defects, these are phenomenal pieces. And they really do stand out. They have a presence, I guess, to them. You really do notice them. And they are large, as I said. These don't fit on any of my shelves. I have to put them up on top of the shelves like sideshow pieces because these things do, as you can see, stand very tall. So, I love her. I think she came out fantastic. I think they did a great job. Everything from the little bit of details of her comfort level and her pose, things like that, because you know the anime, you know the manga, you know Erina she is a boss. She is the queen. She is mommy. She is, she is it when it comes to your Food Wars character. She's cocky. She's confident. She is like all of it. And with this, it shows just a slight level of just discomfort here. And it could be maybe because she's not fitting all into that costume. Not sure. But it definitely displays a little bit of the character's vulnerability that as the anime and manga go on, you do actually start to see. So I think it's a really cool little touch. I think it's great the way they made it. I think they could have gone this way, or they could have gone the very uppity, cocky, nose up in the air kind of look to her, which would have worked as well. So I do appreciate the way they did this because it kind of looks good with the Alice, who has the cocky kind of teasing look to her. Alice is just very comfortable doing this, and Erina is not. So I like the way it plays together. All in all, I mean, I'm giving her, she's a high score. I mean, I think I've been averaging most of these at 9s and 10s. I'm going to give Erina, because I think Albedo and Shion were 10s, I'm going to give Erina a 9 because she is fantastic. I love what they did with this character. I love what they did with the pose, the sculpt, everything about it is so clean. Mwah, chef's kiss. She came out perfect. Can't really say much else about it. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And if you are a fan of Food Wars, I highly, highly recommend getting yourself a Big Bunny Mommy Erina. Now, it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to get her bare leg like this, or her first printing was obviously with the black stockings. The stockings version is going to cost you a lot more than the bare leg versions. So I would recommend getting her without the stockings if it's a price thing. And if the price isn't really a big deal breaker for you, get whichever one you prefer. Also, again, as I always say in these Bunny Girl videos, if you guys like these kind of things, right? If you love these, and you guys cannot afford these. Obviously, these are not in every budget. Hell, they're kind of pricing me out at this point. But I'm getting them where I can. I do recommend you guys check out the Furyu Buy Cute bunnies. They are not the same size, obviously, but the level of detail on these is pretty damn impressive. And as you can see, they're about half the size of the quarter scales, but you're paying under $50 for each one of these. So you can amass an army of bunny girls and just have a couple of big mommies in the mix if you want. It's kind of what I've been doing. Erina is fantastic. I love it. I think she came out so good. And it makes me more excited to see what Erza looks like because I was surprised she beat Erza. I'm going to say it again. But Erza will not be next week. I am going to be doing a poll starting this weekend for my next bunny girl. And it is going to be a battle of the Beast Bunny Girls. So we are going to have Raphtalia from Rising of the Shield Hero versus Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So stay tuned for that poll. If you want to see one of those girls, you vote on all the polls. I'm going to be posting it on TikTok, on Instagram, in the Instagram story. So when I make that post, make sure you go to the story. I think it only stays up 24 hours or 48 hours and vote in the poll on Instagram. And I'm also going to be doing a poll here on the YouTube channel as well. That's it for this video. Hope you guys liked Erina as much as I did. I hope it gives you a little bit of information about buying these, collecting these, because I have had people ask me, you know, do you think this one's legit? Stuff like that, sending me messages. And, you know, while I'm not the expert on bunny girls and stuff like that, I do look towards some amazing channels like Game Collectibles and Icy's Corner. Those are two of my favorite go-tos for bunny girls and stuff like that because they literally get every one of them. So I appreciate you guys asking me questions. I will answer them as best I can. Again, I am fairly new to the bunnies. Thanks again for watching. As always, click the like button, click the share button, click that subscribe button. Help my algorithm keep going. Spread the nerdiness. Follow on all the social medias. Link tree down in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next video, which if you're watching these in release order, it's going to be Nightcrawler from Iron Studios' X-Men line. So I will see you guys then. Bye, everyone.